Okay, good afternoon. I've checked the date. It's August 21st, Sunday, August 21st, 2016. High noon. Back to the place. We took a long way around to see those horses that I had hoped would follow, me and Aurorian around the section, but lo and behold, they didn't. They're snobs. They're probably quarter horse snobs, since he's a thoroughbred and he's so much more magnificent. That's probably the deal. They probably felt all put out by him, because he's so awesome. Anyway, just joking. Not joking about him being awesome, just joking about quarter horses. I do like quarter horses as well, but I prefer the thoroughbreds actually. I like his speed. I like his lope. I like his trot. Everything about him. He's awesome. And this is the east side of the section that I'm on. We're a half mile to the section line, and then another half mile to the house, to the barn. Anyway, there's some cattle out there to the west, and these are soybeans. Again, this is Ryan, and if this is say like, well, I guess I'm gonna start trying to make some videos about a shit hit the fan type scenario, and being prepared. And I think out here, being prepared is just a way of life for myself, and I guess just about everyone else. Maybe not everybody else, but these people are multi-generational homesteaders, farmers, that have been here for 100 years, Northern European, that fled the European wars, the horror of the European wars, and they have a strong, makeup, I guess, their ethics, everything, and for winter, you have to be prepared here for winter. I'd say everyone's probably prepared for at least a month as far as food, if not more. So anyway, in a shit hits the fan type scenario, I'm thinking, more people better know how to ride a horse, unless they have good shoes and plan on doing a lot of walking. If they plan on going anywhere. Now, like out here, it's safe to probably go somewhere in a situation like that, and in like an urban environment. I don't think it would be all that safe to even go 100 yards off your street. Think about it, like that's a square mile right there where my place is, and this is another square mile right here to the left where those horses were. And can you imagine how many homes and people that would be on that amount of land anywhere else in the country, some kind of urban hellhole? So anyway, again, I see shit going down here pretty soon, whether it's financial collapse, war, all the above. I think the shit's hitting the fan as it stands right now. With all these riots and whether or not they spread. It's easy to say the whole Black Lives Matter deal is a bunch of bullshit, which pretty much is. But that doesn't change the fact that cops are abusive and that they are just gunning people down. Seems like all these high-profile cases, though, they did us a favor by gunning down the pukes that, got shot in those cases. Career criminals with waving guns at the cops. What do you expect? I'd shoot them too. But, police are out of control, and police are victimizing us, and they are enforcing a bunch of laws written by, bureaucrats at whatever level, whether it's state, county, city, federal. It's all a bunch of junk, in my opinion. I think the elections are, pretty much garbage. I really don't truly believe that it matters who we vote for. It's rigged for one of them to win it, if we even have an election at this point. So anyway, my advice is get prepared and get a horse, because that's what I'm doing. And, well, turn your TV off and get a horse and get out on it, and you'll be you'll feel much more fulfilled. Anyway, have a great day, and wake up. And if you maybe take the time to try to wake somebody else up, especially family, because they're gonna be coming for your preps when the shit hits the fan, and probably won't have enough for them, and it's their own fault, because it isn't like people don't know better anymore. And quite frankly, I think most people can feel it, that something's wrong and it's about to happen. Anyway, who knows if it'll be real, false flag, totally staged. All I know is it's going to have to be more horrific than the last one, because Americans' appetite is so small now for these horrendous events are just forgotten like immediately. So who knows? Could be involved in China, could be Russia, Ukraine, Syria, ISIS, which is bullshit. How does all of a sudden ISIS pops up in the middle of nowhere? We've been over there since 1990, and all of a sudden some ragtag bunch called ISIS shows up, and there's white people in their group, and like they have weapons, but they don't really have any weapons. They're like thought criminals or something. And then you have all these events that are blamed on ISIS, or ISIS claims responsibility for, and initially the first reports are always multiple shooters, and then at the end it's like, oh, it was one single shooter, we were wrong, and he killed himself, or the police killed him, or a police robot with a bomb attached to it killed him. Total Skynet, Terminator type shit. That's what I believe it is. I believe it's all just programming, getting people accustomed to having police in black uniforms all over the place, stifling dissent, shutting down free speech. The protests, like the Black Lives Matter protests and all that, are, I think they're like agent provocateurs, just to get people's appetite for protest, where people will associate protesters with that kind of crap. Same thing with, the anarchists at the G10 or G12 or whatever, now it's G20, whatever, like in Seattle when they were breaking windows, and, the police stood by, and then real protests were out there, and then the police came in and cracked a bunch of skulls. Skulls, there you go. That's what this country's turning into, a bunch of skulls. Skull and Bones, Order of Death, Freemasons, Illuminati, all that. Anyway, best of luck. Last half mile home. See you.